Hey guys, this is Brandon with Tonight We Grill, and I'm going to show you in this video how to properly light charcoal for your charcoal grill. So tonight we grill first a ribeye for myself, a piece of salmon for my wife, and a cheeseburger for my little girl. So if you want to come on in here, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to use and then what I'm just going to use for the charcoal. So this right here, this is going to be mesquite chunks. Now, you don't have to soak these in water overnight. However, you don't want to put them in your chimney, okay? Don't put them in your chimney. So what we're going to need just to light the grill is going to be a chimney. This is the absolute best way to do it, okay? You can see that I have two Weber chimneys. Notice that I've already cleaned out the shelf that holds the charcoal, and that's because I don't want to do that afterwards, because some of that charcoal that didn't burn off last time might get hot. You then throw it away and it's going to burn a hole in your trash can, which is what happened to me right here. So you live and you learn, right? Now, in terms of a fire starter, we are not going to use lighter fluid. Absolutely not. This is a piece of that mesquite. I'm going to set this to the side. We are going to use either this right here, which is the Tumbleweed Fire Starter by Royal Oak, or we're going to use this one, which is a Starter Square by Royal Oak. They're both natural. Neither one of them have any kind of lighter fluid or anything unnatural on them. And then this is the charcoal we're going to use. It's the all-natural hardwood briquette. This is not instant light. That's very important. Do not get instant light because it has lighter fluid on it. You have to ask yourself, would you eat, in this case, drink lighter fluid? No, you wouldn't. Don't put it on the grill. I'm going to use the Tumbleweed. I will say I like the Tumbleweed better. And I'm just going to place it right here. Now, before I light it, I'm going to go ahead and pour my briquettes in there, okay? Now, in this particular case, I only need about half of my grill with charcoal because I'm going to cook the ribeye at a different time than the salmon, at a different time than the burger. So for that, I'm going to fill it up to about right here or so. I don't need two, I just need one. When in doubt, just get a little bit more than you think you may need. Now, you can absolutely use lump charcoal for this. In fact, I prefer lump charcoal over the briquettes, but for right now, I have the briquettes. And again, the briquettes are all natural. There is absolutely no lighter fluid. It is not, if it says instant light, don't get it. All we're gonna do, leave this here out in the open, light it. I like to light both ends, it makes it go quicker. Make sure that you've already cleaned out the part underneath that's gonna hold your charcoal. And then, on this particular style of grill, I'm gonna make that go all the way down. And I'm gonna open both of my vents on the side, as you can see here. I'm going to open them both wide open. And the reason for that is because fire is fueled by oxygen, and I need oxygen to get underneath there. So now that this is fully burning, I'm just going to set it on top. And that's it. We're going to wait for about 10, 15, 20 minutes, and we're going to come back and look at this, and I'll show you when to flip it and how to flip it in a safe way. You can see we are about 5 to 8 minutes in. Actually, I went inside and I seasoned my ribeye. So if you want to come over here and look, you can see that we're smoking really good. You look down in there and you can actually see the bottom layer of the coals are red. You can see it through here a little bit. This is already burnt off, and so the first base layer is actually of the charcoals are actually now heating up and cooking the ones on top. So we're just going to let this ride it out a little bit more. Here in a minute, it's going to start to produce a little bit of a flame. And then we know they're almost ready to dump. Okay, so you see how on this charcoal it's getting a gray kind of a cover on it. You can even see some flame on it. Like I can't even hold my hand on it. At this point, they're ready to dump. So careful, sometimes your handle is going to be really hot. And I'm going to go ahead and clean this off a little bit. We're going to clean this again in a minute, so don't worry too much about it. We want to make it easier later on ourselves. So right now the grates are a little hot because that was sitting on there. But this glove is also just to simply keep my hands from getting too dirty. I have the glove. Now my glove comes all the way up here, and the reason why because when I dump this, sometimes heat's going to come back. If I dump it like this, I'm going to get a lot of heat. If I dump it sideways, it's not too bad. Now, pro tip, look in there, make sure there's nothing left. Last thing you want to do is turn this, it drops a piece and you step on it. And I experienced that firsthand. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to spread these out. They're all pretty much ready to go. Starting to sprinkle here. And then I'm going to put this over, I'm going to raise them up. And then this heat is going to clean this grill mostly for me. After it's been like that for a minute, I'm going to shut this. Make sure all my vents are wide open because I want that charcoal to have more than enough air than it even needs because I want it to burn hot, hot, hot. And it's going to clean that grill for me.